Hi yogis, I'm Lang. You're fabulous. Welcome to Bliss Burst, a fun flow of embodied joyousness from head to toe. There'll be an option for an arm balance at the end that is easier, more accessible with blocks. Not all required to try if you're not interested, and blocks aren't also necessary to do it, but it just makes it easier. So totally up to you. So grab some blocks or books or anything like that if that sounds like it might be fun. We'll get started at a comfortable seat on our mat. Feeling our sit bones sweetly plug into the earth so that we lengthen the crown of our head up to the sky. Soften the gaze or close the eyes if that feels okay. Take a big breath in, lift the shoulders up. Slide them down with a sigh. One more like that. Big inhale, sip of sunshine. Breathe your cares away out the mouth. And then gently starting to breathe smoothly throughout the body, 360 full body breathing, almost as if your breath is an ocean, rinsing you from the inside out. Before we start moving, just a few thoughts to invite us to bring some meaning to our movement today, a work into our workout. My favorite part about practicing and teaching yoga is it makes us better people. I say that because it helps us become more connected to ourselves and others, more aware of the effects of our words and deeds, and thus increasingly mindful of what we say and do. It's helped me realize who we are when we're alone is who we truly are. And when we live in love and kindness, we live in heaven. What's your relationship with yourself like? As a person who's lived for good chunks of time where I perceive myself with shame, gratitude, fear, joy, guilt, celebration, loathing, or love, I'm convinced how we view and treat ourselves deeply informs how we see and interact with others. What we put into ourselves is what we send out. And the kindness, peace, wholeness, grace, and love we want to see in the world needs to start within us. Know what I mean? My old stories and patterns of shame, judgment, and disapproval aren't gone, yet the more I swim in a sea of kindness, the quieter those voices get, and more amazing life becomes. So, here's to opening our hearts to the ever-present current of love and see where it takes us. Starting with an om, an ah, just receiving the sounds as a blessing, let the breath go, feel the body soften. Draw a sweeping breath in for sound. So we softly open the eyes. Let's come to our feet and step to the top of our mat. You'll see me switch side to side so I'm more facing you than away from you, but I get the cues right, I think. Curl the toes into the earth. Feel a plugging into the earth, a buoyancy to the knees. Pull the breath from the fingers and toes and the whole body as you circle sweep the hands up to the stars. Take some starlight with you as you slow motion ride your breath down to forward fold, hinging at the waist, emptying the breath. Halfway lift and lengthen from hips through crown as you breathe in. Exhale, step the left foot back far, keeping the toes curling into the earth, gently land the knees. Hug the inner thighs in towards each other as you form a diamond over the head in your hands, low lunge. And then make a lotus mudra, so the pinky and the thumb stay together, the base of the palm, but the other three fingers go apart. So and then fill your lotus mudra with whatever nourishment will aid your spirit for 3 breaths today. This symbol of how so much goodness arises from our troubles and struggles in life. One more breath in. Seal it up and draw it to your heart. Humble your chin as you breathe out. Using your hands or just on your feet, spin the toes towards the left, slide the heels in and the toes out, coming to a wide horse stance with the hands on the knees / thighs, and we'll give our body a nice little ring out. Use your hands for leverage. On the exhale, draw the left shoulder towards the right knee. As you breathe in, come through center. Opposite side as you breathe out. 3 more each side. Inhale. Exhale. Ring out your shoulder and your hip. Inhale through center. Exhale. Keep going with breath. Breathe out for 4. Inhale for 3. Breathe in for 2. Inhale. Last one. Parallel the feet and maybe the heels slightly wider than the toes. Really press into all 4 corners of the feet. Flare the fingers and then make a big X in the body for excited, for stoked. Take a big breath in to expand the feeling of bliss in your heart. And then seal it in as you humble the chin and draw the hands to heart center. Staying connected to the 4 corners of the feet. Use that to tilt the sit bones up. Hinge at the waist. Relax the head down to a wide-legged forward fold. Give the head a shake. No, and then yes, and then let your brain drain. Let the head hang heavy. Maybe there's a bend to the knees depending on how the hamstrings, low back feels. You could go wide with the hands or through. Whatever feels awesome to you. Just take 3 breaths to stretch your lovely legs out. Feel what you feel in the body and breathe into those messages. Be kind to yourself with your breath and awareness. One more inhale. Clearing exhale. Crawl the fingertips back to the right foot. Spin the toes to the front of the mat. Press the left heel into imaginary wall. Both hands inside the right knee. Hug the knee in. Sink the hips. Curve the heart out. I'm adding a little wrist forearm stretch by spinning my fingers back. So it's an up dog with a runner's stretch or vice versa. A couple breaths here. Maybe some sways to rock some life force into the body, some prana. One more breath in. Exhale with ease and grace. Lift the left foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Buoyantly, like you're jumping for joy, rise up to stand as you inhale. Exhale quietly, draw the hands to heart center each time we return to self, to essence, to the light and love at the core of each of us. Inhale like you're jumping for joy again. Lift up, find length. Keep the heart high. Ride the breath down. Let love lead. Let the heart lead to forward fold. Halfway lift and lengthen to a flat back as you breathe in. Exhale, big step of the right foot back. Feeling the toes curl into the earth, the knee lovingly come down. Again, hug the inner thighs in towards each other. Form a diamond overhead. And then turn the diamond hands into a lotus mudra. 3 breaths again to fill up your cup. Breathing in kindness. Exhale, draw it in, seal it up. Using hands or not, pivot on the heels, spin the toes towards the right side, heels in, toes out, heels lined up with each other. And you might flip the grip. We're going to do the same thing again, but if you flip the grip, it'll stretch the wrists and the forearms a bit. So starting with the exhale, we draw our right shoulder towards our left knee. Inhale through center, and then keep flowing with breath opposite side. 3 more each side. Breathe in, breathe out for 6. Inhale, 7 out like open mouth, or breathe in, that was 5, not 7. Exhale. Inhale, breathe out. Last one each side. Exhale, like open mouth exhales and sounds. Because I find it really clears and helps the body. Spin the heels out. Press into the feet, flare the fingers. Feel a burst of bliss. And then humbly, hands to heart center, chin to chest. Soak it into the skin. Staying connected to all 4 corners of the feet. Use that to tilt the sit bones up as you hinge at the waist. Take a bend in the knees that feels fabulous. Relax the head down. Drain the brain. Form a halo around the head with the breath, as MC Yogi says. And take 3 breaths into your experience. Then the fingertips, crawl them back to the left foot. Spin the toes towards the front of the mat. Hands inside the left knee, knees hugs in. From the power of the right foot, the hips slide down and forward. The heart curves out. Lengthen the back of the neck. 3 breaths. Runner stretch with up dog heart. Don't worry if your breath matches up with mine. On your next exhale, gracefully, right foot steps to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale with the bend to the knees, press into the feet to lift up to the light, drawing kindness into our thoughts, into our words, into our hearts as we feel all the feelings in the body, as we take it into our skin. Curl toes into the earth like you're jumping over backwards. You're so excited. Lift up, lengthen hips forward, heart lifts. Hands wider, hands through center, belly draws to spine, heart leads us down to forward fold as we breathe out. Halfway lift and lengthen from hips through crown as we breathe in. Exhale, step the left foot back again. This time the knee stays up and the left hand tense off the mat in line with the right arch. We'll do a little flow, but we'll go slow the first time and then 3 times each side, 1 breath, 1 movement. From the power of the left foot, guide the hips towards the right heel. From the right foot, lean hand and heart away like you're shaking your hair out, slow motion. Reach the right hand back. It's called barrel lunge, a surfing-inspired yoga pose. Wiggle the right fingers. And then exhale, spin the right fingers forward. Stay as low as feels good in the body. Follow the right hand back to the left foot. Pivot on the toes. And then find that same barrel lunge at the left foot. So the right foot guides the hips towards the left foot. Left foot leans the head and heart away. Left hand reaches back. Wiggle the fingers. Take a big breath in. We go 3 times each side. And then exhale, spin like a whirling dervish. Inhale, barrel lunge at the right foot. Exhale, spin to the back with joy and grace. Inhale at the left foot. Exhale, dance to the front. Breathe in at the right foot. Exhale, right hand guides you to the back. Inhale at the left. Left hand sweeps you to the right. Last one at the right. Exhale, dance to the left. Last one at the left. Exhale, similarly, spin the heels in and the toes out as we move over to the left side of the mat, finding a wide horse stance again. This time we'll interlace our fingers with the left pinky on the top. Just kind of notice how that feels. One will probably feel weird. And then press the hips down, flip the palms up, and we'll take 4 breaths, and you can go side to side on the inhales, or you can do a little 360 with the hands. So exhale, lean to the left and roll all the way down if you want to join me doing that. Inhale, rise up. And we'll take 3 more breaths. Exhale again, either side to side or making a 360. Inhale. Last 2, breathe out. Stay connected to the feet. Breathe in. Fantastic. Last breath out. Last breath in. And take a moment maybe. Pivot the heels out. Spark the fingers. Pump the heart up with bliss. Stay for the exhale. Hug yourself from the inside out. One more inhale to accentuate that joyousness. And then sweetly hands to the heart. Face becomes more peaceful. Spin the heels, right toes towards the front of the mat. Front heel, that's what I was getting at, lines up with the back arch for warrior 2, so adjust feet as necessary. Feel energy through the fingers, power in the feet. Draw the right sit bone towards the left heel as you draw the right knee out. So you get into the right adductor, soft shoulders. And then 6 times with breath, flip the palms. Inhale, straighten the right leg, teardrop the fingertips over the head, gaze up, high flying warrior. And then slow and smooth exhale, pump the palms down back to warrior 2. 5 more. Inhale, you can even close the eyes. High flying warrior moves super slow. Exhale, pump the palms down, face relaxed, warrior 2. Last 4, breathe in. Breathe out. Getting high on our own supply. Last 3, inhale. Exhale. 2 more, breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more, inhale. High flying, exhale. Warrior 2, but then flip the palms with jazz hands to the left side of the mat, and then collide the shoulder blades a little bit to feel a little more awesomeness, something, something in the heart space. 3 breaths. Last breath in. Cartwheel the hands down, lift the left heel as you breathe out. Slide the left knee to the right of the right foot and then make your way to a seat. And so filling it out, we're going to twist to the right. If anything causes compression or discomfort in the joints, please take a different variation. You could straighten the left leg, you can bring the right foot in. So kind of feel it out, feel out what feels best in your body. The left foot is alive and activated towards the shin wherever you are. Pick the bum up and then slide it so that you can press equally into both sides of the tail. And then inhale the left arm like a vine up to the sky. Keep rooting in the tail. Hook or wrap and then draw the knee across body. Press into the sit bone, open across the chest. Close the eyes or soften the gaze. And take 5 breaths as if kindness is flowing from the crown of your head down into your body. Staying as we breathe out together. One more sip of sunshine. And open mouth, exhale to release some issues in the tissues. Walk the hands forward, swing the right foot over so that you can bring the weight into the right foot. Walk the hands in front of it. Press powerfully into the right foot. Float the left foot up from the inner thigh so that moving into standing splits. Feel the right foot plunge into the earth, the left foot plug into the sky, maybe challenging balance by bringing a hand or two to calf or ankle. 3 more breaths in your standing splits. How relaxed can your face be? And present can the breath be? Wow, a little wobbly today. Well, actually for me it's every day. One more inhale. Step the left foot forward, clear it out, release it. Inhale, buoyantly rise up. Exhale, clear it out. Hands to heart center, maybe wiggle the jaw. Feel the feels, feel the sensations in the body. Notice all those messages. Love them, be kind to them. Inhale, root to rise. Hugging ourselves from the inside out as we dance down to forward fold on the exhale. Halfway lift and lengthen from hips to crown as you breathe in. Use hands as leverage to help that on shins or ground depending on how the body is made and feels. Exhale, big step of the right foot back, same thing. Right hand tense in line with the left arch. The power of the right foot guides the hips towards the left. Left foot leans head and heart away. Left hand reaches back. Look at the left fingers. Exhale, spin the left fingers forward. Stay as low as feels good in the body. Fall the left hand back to find barrel lunge with the right foot. And then take a moment to get it set up. Hips towards the heel, head and heart away. Where the right fingers, we go 3 times in each side. Stay for a breath in. Exhale, fall the right hand back to the left foot. Waha! Inhale the left. Exhale, spin swiftly-ish to the right. 2 more each side. Exhale, dance back to the left. Breathe in to open. Breathe out to transition with play like a child. Inhale at the right foot. Exhale back to the left. Last one here, breathe in. Exhale to the right. Last one here, inhale. And then pivot to the side of the mat. Heels in, toes out. So kind of adjust as necessary. Heels in line with each other. This time right pinky on the front. And you could even use the hands kind of as a self-adjustment to get the hips tracking down. And then feel the palms flip up as you draw belly to spine. And again, side to side on the inhale is a lovely, lovely option. Honor your body and how you feel today. If you're joining me, we take 4 breaths regardless. We exhale, we roll to the right. Inhale, lift up on the left. 3 more breaths. Breathe out. Be with yourself as you are. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale. Awesome sauce, looking good. Breathe out. Breathe in. Pivot the heels. Spark the fingers. Fill the heart with liquid gold. Big sip of breath. Quietly, humbly, hands to heart center, chin to chest. Pausing to feel, to receive, to notice. And then spin the left toes towards the front of the mat. Again, heel to arch alignment for a warrior 2 stance. Feel simultaneously the feet plunge down and away, but then that rebounds into the hips. So there's an expansion and an integration in the body. Legs plugging into the hips. Same thing with the hands. So flip the palms out like you're holding walls away. You want to feel like you're pressing your hands into something with the palms down in your warrior two. And then we'll go 6 times with breath. Flip the palms, getting high on breath and flow. Inhale, straighten the left leg, fingers overhead, high flying warrior. Exhale, pump the palms down like you're moving through maple syrup. 5 more. Inhale. Exhale, take the whole breath to arrive. Om 4. Breathe out. Om 3. Exhale. Om 2. Breathe out. Om 1. Exhale. Again, flip the palms to the right. Collide the shoulder blades a little bit. Feel a little more confident. Calmness in the heart space. Softness to the face. 2 more breaths. Awesome sauce. Energetic high fives to you. And then swing the hands down. Spin the right heel. And then slide the right foot to the left of the left foot. And gracefully we make our way to a seat. So same thing, building up a twist to the left again. Honoring this side may feel different. So don't impose what you did on the other side on this side. Love this side. Be kind to this side as it is. Kind of adjust your seat so that you're pressing equally into both sides. Right hand rises as you breathe in and stay rooted, connected to the ground. Hook or wrap, draw the knee across, open across the chest, press into the left sit bone, close or soften the gaze. And take 5 breaths into the body. Each inhale is life, vitality, aliveness filling us. Each exhale is a detoxification, a release, a clearing, a letting go of fears, insecurities, hurts, and struggles. We'll breathe out together to stay for another breath. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Walk the hands back forward. Swing the left foot around again as we start to transition into standing splits. Really power in the left foot, as it presses down. And then find that same activation as you press the right foot up. Relax, dangle the head down, drain the brain. And then again, maybe you challenge balance, maybe not. Honor yourself as you are. 3 breaths. One more inhale. Step the right foot to the top of the mat. Let it go. Rise up as you breathe in. Try and change nothing. Bring hands to heart center. Humble or close the eyes and feel the shifts, the changes, the energy, your heart rate. Slow it down. 2 more breaths. Fantastic. Again, high fives to you. Awesome sauce. Inhale, feel like you're pulling the breath from the legs up or out from the toes, up the legs into the pelvis, through the rest of the body as everything lengthens and enlivens. With ease and grace, advance down to forward fold as you breathe out. Halfway lift, broaden the inner thighs back, lengthen the tips of the ears forward. Exhale, step the left foot back. 1 more time. The left hand is going to line up with the arch of the right foot, but a different pose this time. So again, power in the left foot like it's pressing into a wall. It's called ecstatic lizard. Spin the right toes to the right. It might feel good to bring the right foot back some, so kind of feel it out. Hips towards the right heel, head and heart away. This time, right hand plugs into the heavens, left hand plugs into the earth. Maybe you rock around a bit, wherever you can enjoy 4 breaths. Breathe ecstasy. Don't do ecstasy, breathe it. Be ecstatic. Last two. Last one. Fantastic. Swing the right hand down, pivot the toes. This time as we walk the hands over to the side of the mat, we're going to move into wide-legged forward fold. So your heels are probably cattywampus like mine, so adjust the heels to line up with each other. All right. So options here will be here about 40 seconds. So you could take any variation in wide-legged forward fold that feels fabulous. You could take side splits if that feels fabulous. I'm going to go for a tripod headstand, so if that's in your practice, feel free to join. So be with your body, be with your breath for this 30 or so more seconds. A fun optional dismount from tripod headstand, if that is your jam, is to move it into side crow by hugging the inner thighs in towards each other, flaring the toes, guiding the knees into the chest, and then guiding, let's see how it goes today, the thighs over to a forearm. Really activate fingers and toes, other forearm to the ribs, and maybe you can lift the head into some side crow action. Again, might just be, not your jam too. So we'll meet in wide-legged forward fold, loving ourselves as we are. Breathing out, bend the knees a bit, buoyantly rise up to our starburst pose, to our bliss burst. Stay for the exhale, belly draws to spine, hug yourself from the inside out. When we inhale to increase the bliss, and then hands to heart center, drawing it into our hearts. And then spin the right toes again to the front of the mat, heeled arch alignment to find our warrior two stance. So we'll go through a flow. Slow the first time and then one breath, one movement 3 times. So flip the right palm, reach it forward but slide the hips back down and in. Keep the deep bend in the right knee and go up and back to exalted warrior. Any hand expression that feels joyous is lovely, also called reverse warrior. And then a pose from my yoga school, Basalji, my yoga family. Dig the right heel away from you, hug the toes towards the nose. Spin the head, the hands, heart, and hips down and back as you bend into the left knee, driving the right forearm towards the ground. You may be higher like me or even higher than me, or you may come lower. Feel it out. It's called Mute Katasana. The gaze stays forward. And then sweetly rock it back forward, rebend the right knee, lift back up to your expression of exalted warrior. Happiness is in your hands. And it's best when shared, right? And then on the exhale, the last pose of the sequence, we straighten the right leg, we slide the hips back down and in again. We press the head into an imaginary wall towards the front. Triangle pose, but then the fingers and the gaze go back like we're sharing happiness with all our friends. All right, 3 times with breath. Swimming in a sea of bliss. Inhale, exalted warrior, looking fantastic. Exhale, swim down, right leg straight, left knee bends. Everything spirals back with the gaze, Mute Katasana. Inhale with joy and delight, rise back up, exalted warrior. Exhale, triangle pose variation, gazing fingers go back. 2 more. Inhale, exalted warrior, painting beauty with our fingers. Exhale, Mute Katasana. With ease and grace, we rise back up. Exalted warrior, exhale, showing love with others. 1 more breath in, honor exalted warrior, I should say round. Exhale, down and back, Katasana. Inhale, last exalted warrior for this side. Exhale, triangle pose, fantastic. What? Bring the hands down, slide the left knee 1 more time outside the right foot and come to a seat. So if the earlier variation of the twist feels better on the body, super lovely. I'll turn to face you just a little bit. If Gomukhasana, cow face, feels good in the body, so the right knee moves towards stacking, it doesn't have to actually stack. The toes are super alive, you kind of feel out the angle of the feet that works for you. And then you slide the hips so that you're pressing equally on both sides. Get yourself all adjusted. And then lift the left arm up. Who's happy? Raise your hand. Yeah. And then draw the knee across body, press into the right sit bone, open across the chest. Again, close or humble the gaze in the face and take 5 breaths as if your breath is a massage from the inside out. Breathing with sound and feel. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Fantastic. Then I'll readjust then back to on the mat. Bring your right foot forward. We got 1 more leg balance. Weight comes into the right foot. Right hand goes forward and about a foot in front and outside of the right hand goes about a foot forward and outside the right foot. Draw the left knee into the chest. And then as if you're kicking a challenge in your life, press the left heel backwards, angle the toes towards the nose like you're kicking with the left foot, that challenge. Move the hips and shoulders towards stacking, half moon. Maybe the gaze stays down or maybe it goes up. 3 breaths to expand in all directions, to sparkle from head to toe. Last 2. Last inhale, fullest expression, smile with your body. Either forward fold or draw the left knee in the chest and come to stand as you breathe out and feel the rush of blood. Maybe regardless, either way, we inhale to rise up. Maybe clear it out with a sound or a sigh or a silly noise as we recenter, as we return. Awesome sauce. Costume adjustments. All right, same deliciousness, other side. Inhale, like light is filling you, pouring into you and on you. Exhale, with ease and grace, dance down to forward fold. Halfway lift and lengthen from hips to crown as you breathe in, back of the neck long. Exhale, slip the right foot back. Last time. Right hand tense in line with the arch. Right foot presses into imaginary wall. Spin the left toes to the left. And then maybe you narrow the stance. Totally up to you. Feel it out. Feel sunshine in the left hand. Feel abundance in the right. Breathe those 2 energies in your ecstatic lizard. 4 breaths. One more inhale. Swing the left hand down. Pivot the toes towards the side as we make our way for 1 more wide-legged forward fold. Again, lining the heels up so that they're in line with each other. We got a little more to do there. There we go. And then same options, standing splits, headstand. You could do twisting. You can do shoulder rinsing. You can do so much. So go, you do you, boo, and have fun doing it. Be kind. Again, I'm going to take the tripod headstand. Let's say about 5 more breaths. Last 3. Meeting in our wide-legged forward fold. And an exhale. With bend to the knees, buoyantly rise up to make a burst of bliss. Stay belly to spine as you breathe out. One more inhale, pump it up, pump it up. And then exhale, hands to heart center, unwind the face. And then spin the left toes towards the front of the mat, finding our warrior 2 stance again. One more time, we'll go slow and then with breath 3 times. Flip the left palm, reach it forward, but slide the hips back down and in. And then lift it up and back, also called peaceful warrior. So it's lots of fun names for this pose. Soft faces, joyous hearts. And then exhale, left heel digs away, the toes flare up. Left leg straight or straight-ish as everything spins back like love is blowing kisses, just energy at you, and you're just gazing at it and everything else is spinning back, dancing back, playing back. Inhale, rock it back up, so as Mukatasana again to peaceful warrior. And then exhale again, we stay upright. We slide the hips back down and in. The head presses into imaginary wall, but the fingers and the gaze go back, sharing blessings with other. Triangle preservation. 3 times with breath, swim in a sea of love. Inhale, exalted warrior, move slow and smooth. Exhale, left leg straight, everything spirals back with the gaze, Mukatasana. With delight, rise back up, peaceful warrior. Exhale, slide the hips back, gaze goes back, but the head goes forward, triangle pose. 2 more. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Peace in the face, join the heart. Exhale, mute Utkatasana. Inhale, back to peaceful warrior. Bliss is in your hands. Exhale, triangle pose variation. Last one, best one. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale, mute Utkatasana like a little ninja. Inhale, back to peaceful. Exhale, triangle pose. And then bring the hands down. And last time, slide the right knee outside the left foot. One more twist that will build up. So again, earlier variations. Or maybe you move towards cow face, Gomukhasana in honor of cows everywhere. Left knee moves towards stacking. The toes are super alive. Kind of wiggle it around so we get equally settled. Inhale, plug the right hand into the heavens. And then draw the knee across, body close, and humble the face. Press in the left sit bone, open the chest, stay long in the breath and the spine. Breathing kindness into every cell of our being. 4 more breaths. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Let something go. Last standing balance. Swing the left foot around. Left hand is forward and outside the left foot about a foot or so. Kind of everybody's body different. You want it to be about under the shoulders. Draw the right knee into the chest. And then playfully, like you're kicking a challenge in your life, really drive through the right heel. Flare the toes towards your face. Shoulders and hips go towards stacking. Maybe you fall out like me. And then 3 breaths to expand in all directions. 2 more. Half moon. 1 more inhale. Either forward fold or draw the knee into the chest and come to standing feel. Either way, we inhale, we rise up. We exhale, hands to the heart, maybe a sound, we wiggle the jaw or the arms just to kind of release, things that dug up in our bodies, in our body-mind complex. Last little flow on each side. Inhale with ease and grace, lift the hands, lift the gaze, lift the heart. Exhale, draw belly to spine, cast the heart down, slow motion to forward fold. Halfway lift and lengthen from hips to crown as you breathe in. Exhale, step the left foot back. This time, left hand lines up with the left shoulder. Fingers are wide and activated, especially in the tips of the fingers and the index knuckle. And I like to have an angle, but you might like bone stacking. We're going twisted lizard. So spin all your toes towards the right on the knife edge of the feet, if that's okay. Toes super alive regardless. Maybe you narrow the stance again. Kind of feel it out for what feels best to you. And then 6 times with breath. As you inhale, root into the knife edge of the feet to lift the hips. Teardrop the right hand over the head towards the ground so you contract the left side body. Exhale, gaze back as you lower the hips to hover a touch and reach the right hand back. We go for 5 more. Inhale, lift, lengthen, squeeze the left side body. Exhale, let it roll open as we lower and gaze back. 4 more. Breathe in, breathe out. We go for 3. Exhale. 2. Breathe out. 1. Exhale. Sling the right hand down. Spin the toes one last time over to the side of the mat. Heels in, toes out. So adjust heels to line up with each other as necessary. All right, and so this time we'll get a nice little shoulder rinse. We'll prepare to fly. So arms go wide. So you can even use the hands first to kind of get the traction of the hips down. You stay connected to the feet, soft in the face, and then arms wide. Left arm under, right arm over, eagle arms. Hands can find shoulders, or hands can connect and like make a little slice, like a little sword of love and kindness. And really feel the hips track down like you're drawing a giant elastic band taut. The elbows rise up to like pull it taut. And then unwind the face, soften the gaze, steady the breath, breathe with sound and feel into your wings, 5 breaths. Last 2. Last 1. Unwind as you breathe out. Spin the heels to line up with the toes or slightly wider. Press into the feet, spark the fingers. Feel the joy, the bliss. Stay for the exhale. Maybe even close the eyes. Really soak in some gratitude, some love, some kindness. Receive it to the heart. Humble the chin, relax the face. And then spin the right toes for one last warrior 2 flow sequence. Right toes back to the front of the mat, so lining the feet up as necessary. And then make the lotus mudra with the hands. So we're going to do a little flow. So it'll just be very simple. It'll be from exalted warrior, so we lean up and back, kind of have a diamond with the lotus mudra overhead, if that is okay for you, or anywhere that feels awesome in the body. And the exhale, we slide the hips back down and in, straighten the leg, lean the head out for our triangle pose. So we'll do that 3 times with breath. So we'll meet in warrior 2, hands overhead in our lotus mudra, if that's okay. The symbol of from the messes of life come our transformation, our growth, our shine. Stay as we breathe out. Inhale, exalted warrior, fill up. Exhale, triangle pose. 2 more, breathe in, exalted. Breathe out, triangle. Last inhale, exalted. Last exhale, triangle. Keep your lotus mudra, warrior 2, as you breathe in and fill it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Seal all that goodness up, that goodness that you are. Receive it as your heart, humble the chin. Fantastic. Give yourself a little round of applause. Awesome sauce. All right, bring the hands down, land the left knee down, keep the toes tucked. I like to slide the left knee back a little bit. We're going to set up for pigeon. Help the right foot over. The toes are super active towards the shin. Any angle in the shin that feels good to you is a good angle. Really feel as the feet hug towards each other into the ground like they're trying to hug, that it slides the right hip back down and in. You might even put something under it to help that to feel more comfortable too. So feel it out with a soft face and open heart. Maybe stay upright, or maybe keep the hips sliding back down. And you'd like to use the right hand as a pillar to kind of help that. And you relax the face and come down into sleeping pigeon, closing or softening the gaze. How much for this next 45 seconds or so can you be with your hip and share the kindness of your attention, your breath, your understanding with the messages that it's sending you. Using open mouth exhales to clear the issues and the tissues. We'll take 2 breaths together. Let the breath go. Feel the body melt. Breathe into your hip like you're pumping up a tire. Let it go. 1 more. Breathe in. Clear out. Walk the hands in if you lowered. Lean on the right sit bone, swing the left foot around, and I'll turn to face you for this bit. So all sorts of options. Each place is like a buffet. You know, you don't need to have all the food at the buffet. It might be your jam. You might take 2/3. You might take all of them. You might take one of them. So all the places are lovely places to stay or come back to as we go through this little hippie sequence, if you will. And the arm balance, if you want to use blocks or books, you place them kind of by the thighs to put your hands on. And it's easier with the left leg being bent, but you can have left leg be straight too. So anyway, stage 1 is bringing the right leg into the creases of the elbows. Feel the sit bones press down back and away continuously, so we lift up out of our low backs. And you can, like a little baby, you know, give your hip baby some rocking, and maybe even you add some humming to it, some lullabies. So again, all the stages are lovely places to be, and you can even, you know, go on your own adventure. Feel free. It's your practice, your choice. Maybe you bring the ball of the hands to the ball of the foot, the hands to the ball of the foot. And then like a little lawnmower that you're trying to get started, you keep the knee hugging in, you kind of slide it forward and back to lubricate the hip. Again, those are all lovely options. You can even keep it tucked in. Maybe you bring the left hand to the outer edge of the right foot and you slide the knee as high onto the back of the arm as you can, as close to the shoulder. And regardless of, I feel my knee isn't particularly high up, but I really try and get the knee and shoulder hugging into each other, and that feels really delicious, like they're making out. You can always use movement to feel good. Maybe you straighten the right leg. You can notice mine's not particularly straight. Teardrop the right fingers over, gaze up and to the left for a nice little compass pose. And if you want to play with the arm balance like a kid on a playground, re-sling the right knee as high as you can. Really clamp it down like a vice grip. Legs super active, toes super alive. And if you're using the blocks, hands on the blocks. Really press into the knuckles and the tips of the fingers. Press left foot into imaginary wall, and maybe you can lift the hips and the legs. Maybe you then cross the left foot over the right ankle, and then simultaneously you squeeze the right arm, straighten the legs, and lower to chaturanga for Ashtavakrasana, 8-angled pose. I didn't think I'd ever be able to do it, and one of my teachers talked me through it like that, and I did it. I was like, yes! So whatever you did, give yourself a little pat on the back, because you're fantastic. Yeah. And I'm out of breath. All right, we got the last flow on the last side. Woo, woo. Whew. All right, yeah, I had to let some information go there. Awesomeness. Curl the toes into the earth. Flare the fingers, lift the heart, feel sunshine. Exhale, hugging yourselves from the inside out as we bow down, fold, empty, let go, forward fold, Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, slip the right foot back. Right fingertips wide, power into the index knuckle and the fingertips and the thumb especially. Angle or bone stacking, totally up to you. Twisted lizard, spin the feet towards the left side on the knife edge if possible. Toes super active regardless. Maybe narrowing the stance. And then 6 times we flow. Lift the hips, teardrop the left hand over the head, squeeze the right side body as you breathe in. Exhale, gaze back, reach left hand to the left foot, lower the hips, hover, touch. 5 more, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Rise and breathe. Lower with control. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Breathe in. Stretch the left side body. Squeeze the right. Breathe out. Reverse those things. Swing the left hand down. Spin the toes towards the side of the mat. Last time. Heels in, toes out. So find your stance, your horse stance, and making adjustments as necessary. So again, get the hips tracking down. And then the arms go wide, right arm under, left arm over. Find shoulders or hands. Elbows press up, hips track down. Face relaxes or eyes close. Well, relaxes, maybe eyes closed, 5 breaths. Breathe right into your shoulders. Last 3. 2. Last 1. Fantastic. Spin the feet, release the arms, flare the fingers, pump it up. Belly to spine, hugging ourselves from the inside as we stay. A little more bliss as you breathe in. And then gently hands to the heart, chin to the chest. So awesome. Spin the left toes towards the front of the mat. Find our warrior 2 stance with the lotus mudra. So we'll just go right into it. Hands overhead if that's okay. 3 times with breath. Inhale, lean back, fill up. Exalted warrior, exhale, slide the hips back down in, lean forward, left leg straight or ish triangle pose. 2 more. Inhale, so good. Exhale. Last breath in. Last breath out. Inhale, back to warrior 2, fill up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Seal it up, receive it, draw it in. And then swing the hands down, lift the right heel, slide the knee back some probably. And then draw the left foot over. Again, feel the angle in the shin that feels good to you. Left knee lines up with the left hip. Toes super active. And you could keep the right toes tucked or untucked, but either way, the feet are like they're hugging towards each other to help the left hip draw back down and in. And again, I like to use the left hand as a pillar to even help that more. Unwinding the jaw, relaxing the shoulders. Maybe you stay upright. Maybe you walk it out and lower down. Soften or close the eyes. Be with your body. Flood it, fill it with kindness. Last 3 breaths. And you breathe so slow and smooth and mindfully that you feel your hip expand on the inhale and then release tension on the exhale. Last one. Sweetly walk up, your hands up, lean on the left hip, swing the right leg around. Woohoo! So same thing, other side, honoring the differences, the diversity within our body. And again, blocks if you're feeling up to playing with the arm balance or not to lift to, and easier if you bend the right knee, again, up to you. So starting with the foot in the knee and the creases of the elbow, sit bones pressed back down and away. Back of the neck stays long, face stays relaxed. Just loving ourselves as we are. And then maybe we bring the hands to the ball of the foot, keep the knee tracking in, and wiggle some freedom into our joints. Fantastic. And then perhaps right hand to the outer edge of the left foot. Sling it as high as it gets. It doesn't get as high on this side. It's a little stronger. And then a strong connection of knee and shoulder like they're long lost lovers hugging into each other, merging. And then maybe you straighten or straight-ish through the right leg. Left hand goes down, some compass. And then perhaps if you're feeling up for it again, all the places are great places to come back to or stay. You re-sling, you clamp, you activate, you smile. Everything is easier when you smile. Frame the body in fingertips and knuckles, especially the index we trust. Maybe you can lift up right foot into imaginary wall. Maybe you cross the right foot over the left ankle. Squeeze the left arm, drive through the heels, lower chaturanga, dandasana. Well, I mean, it's really Ashtavakrasana angle, but the arms are in chaturanga. Awesome sauce. As you're ready, you can keep playing. You can always pause and keep working on it. Cheers to you. Fantastic. We'll take a couple poses to unwind, and then we'll take some Savasana, the peak pose always, in my strong opinion. So we'll meet on our backs in a happy baby. So hands, depending on how the body's constructed, mine land on my ankles or calves. You want to keep the low back pressing into the ground. Then your hands, might be able to go on the bottom of the feet. Maybe you straighten the legs and kind of rock side to side. Alternatively, straighten the legs, that is. Or ish if you're me. Just kind of massaging the low back. Unwinding the jaw, releasing the shoulders. Draw the knees into the chest and then give them a little stir to the left, like 3 circles to stir your back. Releasing tension. A little self-massage, and then take the stir the opposite direction, 3 circles. And gently bring the tiptoes to the ground. Slide the hips an inch or so to the left. We'll relax the knees over to the right. Cactus or T-arms. Press into the elbows and the shoulders to wiggle the shoulders up and to the right, probably, just so you feel nothing but yumminess in the shoulders and the low back. And then melt the gaze to the left in a twist. Maybe the eyes are even closed. And then feel it out. Is there any places still clenching or holding in the face, the jaw, the forehead, the shoulders, the fingers, the toes? Let those places unwind. Let them settle and soften. Gently lift the knees. Use the feet to adjust the hips and adjust the shoulders, and then slide the hips just a bit to the right. Draw the knees over to the left. Again, use elbows and head to wiggle the shoulders probably up and to the right. That's what it was for me, so feel it out for yourself. Once you get to a very happy place, roll the head, the gaze to the right. Re-feel it out. Let tension in the teeth, in the tongue, in the eyes, in the ears, and all the tension, let it leave. Let gravity trust you. Let Mother Earth hold you and Father Sky shine on you. Gently come back to center, adjust hips as necessary. Draw knees into the chest, give yourself a big old hug and squeeze of gratitude. And then slide, spill, pour yourself into Shavasana, taking as many movements or sounds as you can settle in and float away on a sea of bliss. Tuning our awareness into what feels fabulous in our bodies, like it's a TV show we've been waiting excitedly for, the season 2 or whatever, or, something we already saw and loved and we're anticipating it. As thoughts and cares and worries arise, just kindly thanking them for their service, for their messages, and letting them float away like a cloud in the sky as we return to the bliss. last 45 seconds or so. Start to bring the awareness into the tingling, tiny sensations in the tips of the fingers, or whatever you happen to feel there. And same with the toes. I definitely feel more in my fingers than my toes. Mostly just feel the air on my toes. Let that awareness turn into a little bit of movement. As you breathe in, take a big sip of prana, of life, of joy as you reach the hands overhead, stretch from fingers to toes. Relax it down. With ease and grace, go whatever direction feels right in the body, taking as much time as you need to find a comfortable seat with the spine long, the heart open, eyes soft or closed. And then for these last 6 breaths or so, you can even blink your eyes open to see what I'm doing. Let this oceanic breathing, let the fingers float wide and super slow, and really feeling what's in the tips of the fingers, what they're feeling, sensing, like they're seaweed riding ocean waves, and then slowly, smoothly let them drift towards each other as you breathe back, adding any other movements that feel good. Just take 6 breaths like that, as if you're swimming in a sea of loving kindness, as if love truly is all around, which I believe it is. Just even thinking of that the air we breathe literally is a gift from the plants and the algae and the seaweed that they give us, that brings us life and vitality, and then we breathe out that same gift to them, this circle of life, of love, of giving and receiving, of caring. Last 2 or 3 breaths. Letting the hands gently meet next time you exhale. Releasing the hands by the side. Inhale, lift the hands up as if kindness is shining into you and on you. Draw the hands together in prayer. Down to the third eye, inviting more kindness into our thoughts. Down to our mouth, inviting more kindness into our words and our heart, letting it fill up with kindness. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings at all places at all times be happy, free from suffering, and united. May our thoughts, words, and energy spread joy, freedom, and unity for all. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Peace, peace, peace. We are light, we are love, we are one. Namaste. Hugs and love, and have a beautiful day.